Okay. Oh. Long day. Ooh, that's better. All right, here we go again. Um, it is warm and humid today, and I have overtime, so I decided to stay home again. And we are just gonna jam some more MSQ. All right. I'll give a little disclaimer up front here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. I'm playing through the Dawntrail MSQ. A lot of people flying away. Um, I am fully aware that a lot of people have finished the MSQ by now. Um, and that the first raid is out. But I am avoiding all of the spoilers and just playing through the MSQ at my own pace. Also eating dinner. So, if you haven't finished the MSQ, this is me playing the MSQ. So if you don't want to be spoiled, this is not the place. This is not the place to hang out. Otherwise, welcome, and I hope you enjoy. And I will be doing silly voices. Well, not silly voices. I'll be trying to do the characters' actual voices, but you know, I'm probably not great at it. All right. 500 something moms. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, there are actually some Aether Current side quests to pick up. I'm gonna go ahead and do those. I like to do them as I get them. I know a lot of them are are like lead-ins to side quest chains, which I think are pretty interesting so far. I haven't gotten back to doing the side quests, but you know. Pardon me, adventurer, but might I trouble you to lend me your aid? I've found myself in a rather troublesome predicament. Earlier today, we sent a soldier and asked to test out its improved combat functionality. I asked a hunter to take it out on patrol, but not long afterwards I lost contact with them completely. I know the signal is weak out there, but I can't help but worry something might have gone terribly wrong. From the look of you, you can handle your fair share of danger, yes? Could you go out to the Thunder Yards and see if you can find them for me? I can, but first... Oh, Shallow, what am I gonna do with you? I keep telling you to take the hunter with you when you leave town. Well, if it isn't Her Majesty's guests. Did you enjoy your tour of Yupie's Halo? I was told you even helped set the water distribution system to rights. You know, I could really use someone with your talents right about now. The woman in charge of that very farm just left for the wilderness without a bodyguard. Seems to me she's investigating something, but that's no reason to put herself in danger. Last I heard, she was seen walking up the hill to the east of the farm. Could you go and make sure she's alright? You got it. Oh, what a relief. You're looking for a young Shatona by the name of Shaloki. Now off you go. And thank you, dear. That is kind of what I was hoping, is that they would, overlap a little. So, if you didn't watch last time, we are inside, the Yasalani Dome. This is in fact Yasalani, but also seems to be another shard entirely, with a city called Alexandria. Or a kingdom called Alexandria. And Alexandria and Yasalani have overlapped with each other somehow. Alexandria has a queen, the mysterious woman known as Queen Sphene. She genuinely seems nice, but also incredibly sus. And they have the technology to just erase people's memories, so I have a feeling that we're gonna find out something bad about her. The people here who live in this dome survived an umbral calamity, so similar to what happened in Shadowbringers with the first, but it was the calamity of lightning, so that's why everything is electrified and stormy here, is because they are surviving the calamity of lightning through the protection of their dome. You saved my life. For a moment there, I thought I'd have to use my regulator. Now I somehow doubt an adventurer like you just so happened to be passing through. That researcher sent you to find me, didn't he? I'd better head back to explain what happened. You may as well come and join me. I'm sure he'll want to know you're safe. And I was just getting to that. To help them survive the calamity, the people have been using these things called regulators to basically inject their body with an extra soul should they fall in combat. Which is how Zeralja was able to defeat Galulja. Which honestly seems a little silly. I think we should have helped fight once Zeralja proved to have an extra life out of nowhere. Gods be good. That was the last of my soul cells. I could have really died there. Thank you for your help, by the way. So, and what brings you out here to the middle of nowhere? This lady sent me. Auntie Nikente sent you after me. That makes two people who just saved my life then. Would you mind coming with me to see her? I want her to know I'm safe and grateful besides. So she just mentioned using up all of her soul cells. So this and this is kind of what makes me suspicious, right? The regulators are able to remove memories of people who have died, or remove memories in general. And they seem to remove painful memories from people so that they can continue to live under pretty oppressive conditions. It was used as a survival method, but I'm also suspicious that it's being used to control what the population believes. Because if they can just erase anything bad that happened to them, or any upsetting thought, they can control people's thoughts, you know? It's very suspicious. But the soul cells are the extra lives, right? When people die, they take their souls, they wring all the memories out of them, and then they turn them into soul cells. And those soul cells are basically just extra lives that they plug into the regulators, but they also use them as sort of a carrot. where it's like if you perform your duties well and you're important to society, you get more soul cells, which is something I also find a little suspicious. But we'll see what happens as we progress through the story. But I feel like the distribution of these extra lives is another way to control the population and make them almost compete with each other, right? It's sort of a capitalism thing. Anyway. Welcome back, dear. I can't thank you enough for rescuing this poor, reckless fool of a girl. You're not a child anymore, Shallow. Act your age. Now, what do you say to the kind stranger who saved your life? I know I've already told you once before, but thank you, truly. I'm Shallow Oki, and I'm in charge of Yupye's Halo. To tell the truth, I'm still learning how everything works. I used to be an electrope engineer, but for some reason the government reassigned me. The government reassigned her. And I'm Nakente, the farm's coin keeper, or resident nag, depending on who you ask. Might we get your name, hero? Takar. Rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? I'd like to think so. It's only like 2 syllables. That's a name you'd best not forget, Shallow. You'd be dead were it not for him. Now, why in the world would you leave the safety of the outskirts all by yourself? You've been acting so strangely of late. It's clear you're hiding something, so what is it? Busted! There's really no getting anything past you, is there? Fine, I'll explain, but you have to promise to keep it a secret for now, alright? The truth is, I noticed that the farm's harvests have been shrinking year over year, and I can't for the life of me figure out why. The staff are all doing great work, and as a former engineer, I can say for certain that the equipment is all in proper working order. I even checked the pylons, and the readout was totally normal. But I know there's a problem, and the longer we wait, the worse it will get. In a few years, the crops may stop growing entirely. Something has to be done. Well, it sounds serious, and I appreciate that you're taking the initiative to solve it, but I worry about you, Shallow. I can't have you putting your life in danger. Takar, would you be willing to help her look into the matter? As an outsider, your idea of normal is sure to be different from ours. I reckon a fresh set of eyes will be able to spot something we can't. She's right. I could certainly use an unbiased perspective. Would you please help me, Takar? Yeah, sure. You can count on me. But later. Right then, with that settled, I think what you two need now is a good meal. Have a seat, and your Auntie Nakente will fix you some fresh veggies. Or some mesquite juice, I guess. Well, that's nice. Alright. See, that's what I'm talking about. These Aether quests have pretty good story hooks for the side quests. The hunter told me everything. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for taking such swift action. These soldiers require energy gathered from lightning, and yet lightning also proves to be their weakness. Apparently, it took a nasty jolt into the Thunder Yards and went berserk. Honestly, why are they tinkering with offensive output when they could be correcting this glaring flaw in the design? Rest assured, the engineer in charge will hear all about this in my report. Sorry for the trouble. I hope this small token will suffice as compensation. Heritage found. Yeah, a few more. Okay. Time to head back out there. — 300 yalms to the south. Hmm. To the southwest. I bet it's on top of this cliff somewhere. Is that someone on a mount or is that a bad guy? It's a mount. A cool mount. $180 or 118 yalms to the southwest. They should be close. There it is. $300 yalms west. Yeah, that's definitely going to be on the other side of the wall. I'm not going to be able to reach that for now. Pretty sure I'm headed to that building over there. Oh, I'm almost level 100 already. I wonder how close I'm getting to the end. I know I'm probably a little bit higher level than the zone is intended for because 97, yeah, I mean that's part of it, the level of the enemies, but also I've done some of the dungeons twice with some other people. Kafkia. Tender shortcake, alright. I trust you've gained an insight into the use of souls in Alexandria. It's shocking, I know. I was overwhelmed myself at first. I expect you'll need some time to digest it all, but for now, let's head back to Earth and Sky. At this rate... There's something I want to discuss with everyone. Let's take a moment before we head into the tunnel. Okay. What would you like to talk to us about, Lamati? I'm sorry for delaying us, but I have some thoughts I need to share. In both technology and values, it's plain there's a wide gulf between Tuliolala and Alexandria. And while Zoralja knows everything about us, we hardly know anything about what he's become. Indeed. We haven't even seen what lies within the enormous tower Everkeep. So, here I'd like to make a proposal. That is, we work with Kafkiwa and her people. We need to learn as much as we can about the enemy. The quickest way would be to join hands with Oblivion. We've only just met them, I know, and we shouldn't be too quick to trust, but the fact remains that they share our desire to stop Zoralja. Sven too claims to be at odds with the King of Resolve. May I ask why you would not, why you would cooperate with Oblivion instead? It's simple, really. The leader is Erenville's mother. Meanwhile, whatever Sven may feel, she's a ruler of this nation. There's a greater risk in working with her, and less reason to take her at her word. Basically, she's sus as hell. A fair point. And knowing Zoralja, we must assume that his arrangement with Sven was not made without some consideration. All I know is that it would be heartening to have allies in this strange realm. I think everyone would agree that any help we can get would be welcome. Hold on. There's no guarantee that it's actually my mother behind that machine. Without seeing her in the flesh, we can't rule out the possibility of a ploy. If it turns out to be a trap, we endanger not only ourselves, but everyone in Tuliolal. As you say, I have no proof that it really is Kafkiwa, but I make my proposal in full awareness of this. Whether we're going to war or striving for peace, we need to learn as much as we can. Otherwise, we can't hope to do anything meaningful. As it stands, we know too little about this realm. We need to remedy that. We need to study the enemy, and when the time comes, strike down Zoralja for good and all. What's more, I trust you, Erenville. You've always had great instincts honed from your time training under your mother. What if I'm wrong? What if sentiment is clouding my judgment? If it's a trap, we'll deal with that when the trap is sprung. That's always the way of it with you. Fine. If you're set on this, then I'll say no more. Then it's settled. Let's head inside and secure ourselves some new allies. And then perhaps on to Solution 9, I shouldn't wonder. Kafkio, there's something I need to tell you and your people. We came here for no other reason than to strike down Zoralja. Legasp! But I thought he was your brother. Do you really mean to kill your own kin? My kin invaded our nation and murdered our people. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to bring him to account. I am prepared to do what I must, and I won't hesitate when the time comes. Like us, you and yours oppose Zoralja. In light of this, I propose that we work together to stop him for once and for all. Legasp! I realize that this is sudden, and that it's a gamble to trust someone you've only just met. But I would trust in the conviction of anyone who shares my goal, so fight with me, I beg you. As you say, our goals align, and I don't doubt your resolve in the least. If you hadn't proposed working together, I would have done so instead. Truth be told, it's been tough going at it alone. While we've gathered ample intelligence, we don't have the strength to take decisive action. Besides, how could we not trust you? My only son is with you, my fussy little bun-bun. He's all the reason I need. Then it's decided. Here's to a fruitful collaboration. Thank you, Kafkiwa. Everyone. Together we'll achieve great things, I'm sure of it. Then let's not waste any time. We've been wondering about Zeralja's whereabouts. Is there a palace inside that tower? After a fashion. The king resides in the uppermost level, but while Queen Sphene has a penchant for going out in public, he seldom shows himself. What's more, his movements are highly classified. Not even his commanders are privy to that information. If anyone knows where he is at a given time, it could only be the Queen. If we don't know his whereabouts, Zeralja will eventually march on Tuliyollal. Oh, even if we don't know his whereabouts, Zeralja will eventually march on Tuliyollal again. That's when we can go after him. The drawback is we'd have to wait for the invasion to happen. Innocents would be put in harm's way. There's also the possibility that he'll leave everything to his minions and not command the army in person. Which means we can't wait for him to make the first move. No, he'll take the field. What makes you so certain? My brother has always yearned to surpass our father. That's why he attacked Tuliyollal. After waiting for 30 years, the first thing he wanted to do was demonstrate his newfound strength. But killing Papa didn't satisfy him, so now he's bent on proving himself stronger than me and Kona, who bested him in the right of succession. He challenged me to strike him down. He wants a duel to show everyone that he's superior to the Dawn Servant, and he won't let his minions deprive him of the pleasure. Then why hasn't he appeared and given you your chance? Surely he's aware of your presence here. At that I can only guess. Perhaps he wants to dazzle us with his wondrous realm. But if he won't deign to appear, then we'll force him to do so. And how do you propose doing that? Even as we gather intelligence, we make no move to attack him. Show absolutely no interest in a confrontation. Knowing him, he'll tire of waiting and turn his attention to Kona instead. He'll attack Tuliyollal again, like he said he would. I see. If you believe this is the best approach, then we have no objections. Any campaign against Tuliyollal requires that Zeralja lead his forces through Vanguard. We'll have lookouts keep an eye on it day and night. Such a strategy is certainly viable. If we're proceeding with it, though, we should warn those outside. Indeed. They'll need time to prepare their defenses. I should be glad to coordinate our efforts. I'm already in regular contact with Y'shtola, and we'll make sure to keep our comrades appraised of developments. You can leave the vanguard to us. We'll send word at the first sign of movement. It seems we have a plan. While we wait for Zoralja to move, you'd do well to prepare for battle, and it begins with familiarizing yourself with the technology that empowers him. To that end, I'll show you to Oblivion's main headquarters. Oh? I thought this place was it. You'll be impressed to know that we're located right inside the tower, in the residential district of Solution 9. Hiding a tree in the forest, as it were. The only question is how to get you through the checkpoint. About that, Sphene said that she'd make it so we could enter without issue. She did? Curious. She's not supposed to have such authority over the sentries. If I recall correctly, her words were that she would register us as guests. I see. Perhaps we're in the clear then. When you're ready, come and meet me at the tower entrance. Before you head out, give us a moment to introduce ourselves properly, eh? After all, names are good to know when working together. Unless you're a fairy! In which case, I can never give you my true name. For fear of being controlled or taken away into the Fey realm. Well, Oblivion operates all over. We're the main crew here. I'm Geode, the leader of this hideout. Blah, blah, blah. And the dependable young twins behind me are Nostalgia and Wayakwe. Wait, what? Nostalgia and Wayakwe. Alright. I'm Nostalgia. It's a pleasure to meet you. My sister and I were born and raised inside the barrier. We've been with Oblivion for 3 years, and our main duties are surveillance and provisioning. Twins, eh? That explains the resemblance. Wiyakwe is a Tonawatan name, unless I'm mistaken. That's right. Our mother is Tuleolan, and our father is Alexandrian. They wanted to honor both cultures. The beautiful names. Thank you, though I have no memories of my mother. I like to think I carry a part of her with me. So, what made you decide to join Oblivion? We wanted to avenge our father. Ambrose was his name, and years ago he was taken away after a scuffle with a soldier over disagreement. It was a minor incident, so at first we clung to the hope that he'd been released. But then when months went by with no word from or about him, we made the decision to remove our regulators. We'd already lost the memories of our mother. We didn't want to lose those of our father as well. They've all forgotten about him now. Everyone who had known him. That bastard. Even here he thinks nothing of his own people. Sometime later, we were approached by a member of Oblivion. Hoping to get justice for our father, we joined the Order. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to darken the mood. No, I appreciate you sharing this. Together we'll avenge your father. Thank you. Something tells me you have what it takes. You introduce yourself too. Go on. It's pretty much the same story for me. And while mine is a Tonawatan name, I haven't the faintest how things are outside the barrier. It's my dream to go and see it with my own eyes, our mother's homeland. Once peace is restored, you must come and visit. The wilds are beautiful, the food delicious, and everyone is so nice. You'll love it. And that's us here. You'll meet others in the back room. That's our headquarters. Some of them are a little eccentric, but they have good hearts all. Elenishpia, one last thing. It isn't exactly my place to say this, but thank you for seeking out Kafkua. She talks about you so much, it's clear how important you are to her. That's all. Be good to your mother while you still can, eh? Well, we'll let you go for now. Feel free to use this hideout as you like. Okay. Meanwhile, in Everkeep. Oh. Ooh. Those must be the soul batteries.
You've been consulting with Wook Lamont. No matter. I do not know what you are scheming. But when your realm lay on the brink, you were powerless. You had no choice but to turn to me. Whatever sentiment you may feel for her, it is my power you require. Is it not?
Perhaps. And yet, knowing the love that Wook Lamont bears for her people, how she regards them all as kin, I cannot help but wish to spare her the same pain I have suffered. What's more, her friends possess new knowledge. Were we to work together, we might find another path. I know you're loath to consider it, but is there no hope for peace with Tuliyola? What we've already done may be unforgivable, but it needn't continue. You needn't kill your brother and sister.
I slew my only flesh and blood. Yet you attempt to sway me with an appeal to family. The memory of my father's final moments still fills me with disappointment. Age came for him before I did. For long years, I sought to prove the miracle. And weak as he was, defeating him achieved nothing. To kill them is my only recourse. Wook Lamont and Kona, who bested him as he was in his prime.
They are still your siblings, even if not by blood. That such bonds should mean so little to you.
I am bound to no one. Serve none save myself. I made that clear when first you spoke to me in the Golden City. Remember, I could easily kill your beloved family. If you would protect them, cast aside any foolish notions. Your wisdom and abilities are valuable insofar as Argos align. So think well before you act, Queen of Reason. Wook Lamont, if you are father's worthy successor, then you will find your way to me. But should you fall short, I will lay waste to Tuliyola.
What now?
Okay. Okay, I have thoughts. So, they said that she needed his strength when their world was on the brink. Okay, so first, on the brink of what? And second, what do they need the strength for? What's going on? Right. Kafkiwa is waiting. Let's head to the tower. I need to know. I must needs know. Mm. Ah, there you are. If Queen Sphene has registered you as guests, you should be able to march right in. And if she hasn't, then you may have a swarm of Zeralja's minions to deal with. Great. Nothing for it but to see if Sphene has betrayed us, eh? I guess so. Thank you for your diligent service, friends. My companions and I would like to pass if you'd be so kind. Outrunner Guide Unit identified. Registration number verified. 6 accompanying civilians identified. Verifying credentials. Credentials verified. Welcome, guests of Queen Sphene. What a relief. Yeah. There you have it. It seems the Queen was true to her word. Follow me, everyone. Solution 9 awaits. And then, of course, the question is, why is it called Solution 9?
Everkeep, a tower of electrope piercing a perpetual shroud of storm clouds. Occupying the 9th level of this 12-tiered structure is a residential district called Solution 9. In so naming their home, what hopes did its founders harbor for it? And did it prove the answer they sought?
Spectacular, isn't it? There are more districts throughout the tower, including industrial ones, but Solution 9 is the largest.
Just being here makes my head spin.
Perfectly natural reaction. A city of shimmering electrope, evacuation to those in the back room, why not take a moment to explore? I believe lived experiences are far more educational than dry explanations. And you want to know more about Svenen's Zoologist Dominion, do you not?
You had me at explore. We do need to better understand who and what we're dealing with here.
It's no less than our duty.
Just to confirm, while we have been allowed inside, are we also permitted to roam?
Absolutely. As Bean's registered guest, you'll find you're exempt from the sentry scrutiny. Ah, the elevator to the uppermost level. I wouldn't go near that. But other areas should be fine provided you act like you belong.
All right then, we'll show ourselves around.
Yes. Familiarizing ourselves with the technology here will help us prepare for the battles to come.
Try not to enjoy yourselves too much, or you're liable to attract attention.
Once you've explored to your satisfaction, come to the entrance to True View in the eastern sector. The way from there is a little complicated, so I'll send someone to guide you.
Understood. We'll see you later.
Things are very purple
I shall
here.
speak with the residents. Perhaps one of them will recognize the earring.
Just be careful. I should change.
What's with this place? How can this all be the inside of a tower?
That's a good question, actually.
So, what aren't you telling me? Where are you?
I'm gonna go get some more water real quick.
That I can't reveal yet. Precautions, you understand. Just know that I'm safe.
Ooh.
But come, tell me about your adventurer friend. You seem to have a great deal of faith in him. You must have been through a lot together.
You might say that.
The end of the
For
world.
instance, we found the entrance to the Golden City.
Wait, what? You did? Alastair, why didn't you mention this sooner?
Don't know.
You want to explore together?
Sure.
It's not that I'm scared or anything. Everything is just so different from home is all.
Come on, I've been there so many times. Okay. I should be able to wear most of this. This is the PvP top, but I definitely saw an NPC walking around in it, so this should help us blend in a little bit. I'll hide my weapon so I don't look suspicious. Tower is inside a tower. I see it, but I still can't believe it. For now, I say we proceed straight ahead. If we feel like we're getting lost, we can always turn around and go back the way we came. I mean, you say that, but I'm gonna tag all of these Aethernet shards. Very fancy Aethernet shards. Oh no, there's a residential sector. Everyone's gonna be asking when housing is coming. There's vending machines. It is pretty though. I'll give them that. And I like all of the lights, but I don't know if this is my vibe, you know? That's nice. This is nice here. A little area with trees in it. That's pretty good. Commerce sector. Alright, so there's a bell. Looks like there's some stuff here. Probably levs and stuff too. Obviously, we gotta tag the big one. I don't see a way across to the other things. Whoa! Forecast terminal. Well, I'm sure talking to Wooklamot will reveal more. Because we're just in this little cut-off section. Crossroads already? This place is too much. I've no idea where I should go. Right, I've made up my mind. Let's head to that building there. Oh, man. I just came from there. To the mall!
Ah! There you are! Lamati!
Sphene!
Where is her music from?
I was worried you might have had trouble at the checkpoint, but I see everything went according to plan.
Well, that's thanks to you.
It sounds like old Final Fantasy music, but I don't know which one.
I know you've scarcely arrived, but I have a request to make of you.
Oh, a request you said.
Yes, an important one.
Okay.
I'll say it plain. I want you to make peace with Zeralja.
What? I thought you said you weren't on his side.
We have come no closer to seeing eye to eye, nor do I condone his methods. Be that as it may, I don't want you to fight him. I don't want you to regret a decision made in anger and haste.
Does it seem like we're in haste right now?
Unequipped with regulators as you are, the risk is too great.
I appreciate your concern, but you ask the impossible. Zorolja murdered our father. His minions slaughtered our countrymen. He will never renounce his war. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to stop him. I know you love your people too, and so you must understand how I feel. Why I cannot, will not back down.
I do understand. All too well. Let me say only this then. Zoralja will use any means to win. If you would protect your people, return to them at once and prepare. Prepare as best you can. It may ring hollow coming from the queen of an enemy nation. But unlike me, you still have the power to determine your own fate.
What does that mean?
You really are a curious one. Look, you needn't worry for us. We have dependable comrades holding the fort in Tulihiola. They'll keep everyone safe, so we can devote our attention to affairs here.
What's your deal, Sphene? What's your deal? What's her deal? I won't yield on this either.
So you have comrades on whom you can rely.
Must be nice.
You know, we'd like to learn more about you.
About me?
To be frank, we're still not sure whether or not you're trustworthy. So, if you have a moment, would you show us around the district? That way, we can get to know you better.
You're asking me, the Queen, to show you around?
You did it on the farm.
Oh, but I jest. I'm flattered that you've taken an interest in me. Very well. I shall be your guide. You're my guests, after all, and teaching you about my realm would be a pleasure in and of itself. If you like, I can introduce you to my citizens, too. I consider them family, as you do yours.
By all means, we're in your capable hands.
That you are. This will be an enjoyable and enlightening tour, I promise.
I mean, I hope so. I hope it'll be enlightening. I need to know. I need to know, what's your deal? Yeah, level 97 for that. Someone posted in chat, did a little emoji. Hands a copy of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV that has a with an HQ tag that has a free trial up to level 70, including the Stormblood and Heavensward expansion. That's funny. Alright, Sphene. Let's begin then, shall we? I must say, I'm really grateful. This place is so vast and confusing, I didn't even know where to begin. While the district may seem daunting, in size and structure, all the key facilities are situated near ley nodes. What you call aetherites. Remember this and you won't lose your way. Now then, seeing as it is right here, I'll show you the Nexus Arcade first. Please follow me. This complex is home to all manner of shops, from food and daily necessities to technological conveniences. You can find almost everything here. Everkeep's interior is vast, as you've observed. This arcade makes it possible for people to acquire what they need in one centralized location. Amazing. How do you get to the upper levels? I don't see stairs. Do you see the glowing pattern over yonder? That is an automatic conveyor. Such contraptions are found throughout Everkeep, allowing us to swiftly move between faraway places. That will spare us some walking. Are they also made from that strange metal? What's it? Yes, the conveyors are powered by electrope. As a matter of fact, the ore is integrated into just about everything in Everkeep, even the walls and floors. By etching arcane circuits upon it, electrope can be used to convert lightning energy to those of other elements. In so doing, we can achieve various effects. For instance, a conversion of wind to wind produces flotation, which is required for the propulsion of our flying vehicles. A conversion to fire, meanwhile, produces light and heat, and it is employed in devices such as street lamps and heaters. There are even self-heating cups that keep your drink warm. Can you make a drink cold if you convert to ice instead? You certainly can. Our vending machines do just that. What's more, multiple energies can also be combined to produce some clever effects. For instance, by manipulating the air with wind, while projecting light with lightning, it is possible to alter one's appearance. Really? It's almost scary what you can do with electrope. If such a wondrous material existed in our world, I imagine everyone would be fighting over it. Oh! Oh! There was a war. There were Asians. Is she an Asian? Oh, is she an Asian? This shop over here, what does it sell? Ah, yes, let's go and take a look. I dare say you will find it interesting. Are you an Asian? Are you? Tell me! I must needs know! Oh my gosh, there's so many people. Collectibles, script exchange, splendors vendor. This shop sells food. Those are the items on the counter. That's food? I can't imagine what they taste like. I thought you might be surprised. Your countrymen were too in the beginning. Come, you must sample something. Choose one and I will purchase it. Welcome, friends. How lucky you are for Her Majesty to treat you. The 5 items on display are our most popular. I recommend one of them if this is your first time. Select an item that interests you. Huh. Long rectangular bar, liquid-filled pouch, slab of pink hexagons. Hexagon patterned bag, black and yellow tin. Well, let's get the little baggie, I guess. This might have something interesting in it. Yes, a salad paste. Salad paste? This is designed for those who are concerned about their figure. With its blend of 9 varieties of vegetables, it'll help your efforts to slim down. Fashion models swear by it, and youths can't get enough of the stuff either. No. I do not wish for salad paste, thank you. This here is cultivated steak. It's not quite the same as the real thing they produce in the outskirts, but it's a sight more affordable. This particular product is known as Gold Label, and it's a delicious hybrid of beef and chicken grown at the plant on the 4th level. Nope. No thank you. The synthetic fruit pellets? They're our best approximation of the taste and texture of grape. I've never tried the real fruit, so I can't say how faithful they are, but there's no denying their popularity. I like that it's hexagons. The geometry grapes in this game. Ah, the revivifying tonic. I take it you're thirsty. The flavor is a sublime blend of sweet and salty, and it stays fresh for over 10 years thanks to the spectacular container. Or special container. Bleh, brain. Wow. These are really something. Keen on the perfect meal bar, are you? It's all the nutrients your body needs packed into a single foodstuff. The flavor is formulated to never taste dull, and one bar will satisfy you for a whole day. Many folks prefer this to taking multiple meals. So we've got mystery meat, salad paste, a complete meal replacement bar for like an entire day, synthetic grapes, liquefied. You know what? Let's do the grapes. We'll eat your metal grapes. While they're all very tempting, I'm going to have the steak. I'm absolutely starving. Thank you for your custom. This being Her Majesty's treat, it's bound to taste all the better. Say, would you mind sampling your selections here and now? It's been a long time since we've had newcomers, and I'd love to see your reactions. Okay. This is a great chance to learn about Alexandrian culture, Takar. Let's dig in. Alright, here I go. Following Wooklamat's lead, you sample your selection. Amazing! I've never had any meat like this before. It's tender like chicken, but flavorsome like Ronique, and the spices give it just the right amount of kick. I could eat this every day. That little Lalafell's wearing the same top I am. Ha! Don't mind them. They're just happy to see your honest reaction. And how about you? Let's go with pretty good. It's always such a pleasure. My thanks for humoring me. This does take me back. Though it was chaotic when the people of Tuliolal first arrived, we endeavored to learn about one another and embraced our differences. Ah, right. What about you, Sveen? Aren't you having something to eat too? I appreciate the thought, but I'm fine for now, thank you. She's a robot! Oh my gosh! You guys, she's a robot, and she's made of the stone, and then you carve the, she just said it, you carve the wind and the lightning, and you can change your appearance. She is a robot. Sorry. Continuing. Anyway. Which means the real queen is somewhere else, or... No! That's how... Oh, she's immortal because she downloads her memories from her re-thingamajig into the robot. She's downloaded her brain into a robot. That's how she's... oh my goodness. Because, like, people... Okay, alright, sorry. That's... I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I think she's a robot. I think she's made of the... She's got the stone, the electrope, and she's using it to change her appearance to appear more human. And I think she has the real Queen Spheen's memories, and I think Queen Spheen has been dead for centuries, possibly. Just a theory. We'll find out if it's true. Alright, but what's your favorite food, if you don't mind me asking? My favorite food? Why do you wish to know this? Because I want to know you better. Why else? The more you know someone, the more you grow fond of them. That's what my old man believed, and my experiences have led me to believe the same. My favorite food. Accessing memory banks. Accessing memory banks. Is it such a difficult question? I'm sorry. It's just when I think of those who labor to bring us the food, I find I can't settle on one thing. I thought I was indecisive, but you're something else. She's not a human. She doesn't need to eat. Indecisive? Perhaps I am, but you don't need to laugh about it. A little Mamulja. Oh, it's a little blue Mamulja. I don't know about you, but I'm satisfied. Let's keep moving. Wait a minute, it's a little blue Mamulja. But I thought... Oh, are they clones? Are they clones? Maybe it's clones. Is that Zerilja? Is that like little Zerilja? Oh, I have so many questions. Sorry. I don't know about you, but I'm satisfied. Let's keep moving. Very well. Next, I was thinking of showing you the residential sector, but it's in part so I can tend to personal matters. It's a visitation, to be precise, and I believe it will be educational for you as well. Would the two of you mind accompanying me? Not at all. Wonderful. Let me know when you have seen enough here, and we'll make our way. I'm good. Yep, they're coming with me. Alright. So I should have saved the Air Wheeler Dealer. Air Wheeler Dealer? Air Wheeler identification key. Oh my gosh! Alright. It's a lot of money. I'll get an Air Wheeler of my own one day. Is the little Mamulja from the outside? Did he wander in here? He's blue though. Is it Zeral? It's gotta be like a little Zeralcha or something. This is Mosaic, a cafe. Here you can buy drinks and to enjoy while you relax. I see. In Tuliolal, there's a similar establishment called Shibalyev Tie. That's a seashell in the local tongue. Is there a story behind the name Mosaic? There is. In our continent, the races are named for stones. There's the hewn, who resemble some Tonawata, the tall and graceful Eldite, and the diminutive and affable Malala. When they all gather here, they appear as a mosaic of colors. Thus did the founder choose to name the cafe. That's nice. If they serve tacos here, it'd be perfect. Tacos? A traditional Turali dish, and one of my favorite foods. You must try it one day. Oh, yes, definitely. She's a robot! We'll make it happen once we've restored peace to Tuliolal. Right, let's continue on. Okay, so they have elves, Lalafell, and humans here. I guess they don't have Hrothgar, or, Oh, they don't have Mamulja either, which means the Mamulja child is even more mysterious. Oh! Oh! And here we are. These buildings are where our citizens live. They're massive. Each one is bigger than the palace. They have to be, for just about all Alexandrians have apartments here. Lest you wonder, I'm here to visit some people. Their apartment is in the building on the left, here at Residential Radius 914. Residential Radius? That's right. Come, the doors open automatically. Oh my gosh, they got a little dumpster. They got a little dumpster on the outside. Ooh. Whoa. Let's live here. Let's move. I want to move here to Solution 9. Sounds good? Yeah. This is the lobby, a common area for residents. I see. And what does that machine there do? Ah, the concierge. They look after the residents. If you require assistance or have questions, they would be glad to assist. Is that so? I have no shortage of questions, but I'll direct them at you for now. By all means, you may consider me your personal concierge. Okay, so if Sphene is a robot, then why did they... What does she need Zeralja for? He invaded. This is the place. A mother and son live here. What does she need Zeralja for? She's worried about him getting killed. because she needs him for something. I don't know what. Hello, Isadora. Your Majesty, you came. I have friends with me today. Is that all right? Of course. Friends of the Queen are friends of ours. Please, make yourselves at home. How has Minos been? There's been no change, but the symptoms are thankfully mild today. Hello, Milos. Have you missed me? My son was born with Levin sickness, a severe etheric imbalance towards lightning. As a result, he suffers from paralysis. He cannot walk and struggles to speak. For a blessing, he still has his hearing, and even on bad days he can communicate with his eyes. I see. Sphene visits often, does she? She does. Milos simply adores her. He sometimes even manages a smile when she's here. What of yourself, Isadora? How are you holding up? You needn't worry about me, Your Majesty. You always make time for us, and we have everything we need. I'm glad to hear that. But you mustn't strain yourself, understood? There's nothing you can do for him? Perhaps a treatment with souls, or... Unfortunately, no. While souls can revive those who have met with an accident, they cannot reverse the effects of old age and illness. Truth be told, many children are born like Milos. The illness has existed for generations, but we've been unable to find a cure. You need earth-aspected aether! Or whichever one is the opposite of lightning. Oh gosh, actually with that... the etheric wheel, it has them in a triangle, so there's not a direct opposite, right? So maybe you need 2 kinds of ether? Either way, you gotta balance his ether. The cause is quite clear, though, the excess lightning in the environment. It's no coincidence the number of cases has risen dramatically these past 30 years. It's all my fault. What was that? I'm sorry, Isadora, but I must be going. I promise to make it a proper visit next time with treats to share. There's no need to apologize, Your Majesty. If it weren't for you, Milos and I wouldn't be here. No, I suppose you wouldn't. Thank you, Queen Sphene. It's my pleasure, Milos. I'll be back soon, so be a good boy. For your mother and for me. She can't cry, she's a robot! I can't handle this. I can't handle this. We gotta get... but I don't want to skip. I don't want to skip, but I gotta know. But if I skip, I might miss something. Some clue. My thanks for accompanying me on the visit. The illness is a part of life in Alexandria, and I thought that you should know about it. We might be able to fix that, actually. Like, we've been helping people with etheric imbalances for a long time. In fact, the dragon scales. We might be able to come up with something with the dragon scales. We'll find a cure one day, mark my words. Because that's how we solve tempering, right? Because tempering has to do with an imbalance in the ether as well. So maybe if we can use the dragon scales in the Porksy, we can come in and fix the... Oh my gosh. Okay, alright, sorry. Stay focused. We'll make it so unfortunate children like Milo smile again. We might already have a cure. Just let me I don't know. Let me talk to him. Sveen, let me talk to him. Well, let's continue the tour, shall we? Look, you obviously have duties to attend to, citizens to look after. We can stop here if you like. No, I do this because I want to, so please do not worry. Next, I'll show you one of the district's most vital facilities. A place called Resolution. To reach it, we'll need to go by way of Laynode 9, where the Aetherite is situated. We could fix it. Let me fix it. I just need, like, Alizé and a Porksy. I wonder if that would work. It might have to be done in, like, treatments, because you don't want to throw the Aether out of balance all at once the other way. So we'd probably have to do it in treatments. The conveyor ahead will transport you to the government sector, where the Resolution is located. The markings on the conveyor indicate the direction, and there is a pair just like it on the other side. Is it safe? Extremely. There's no need to be afraid. Who said I was afraid? Come on, Takar. Okay. Whoa! Whoosh. Alright. Praxis Park. I love it. Sights of the West and beyond, huh? Oh, and that must be just updating the sightseeing log. And here we are, Resolution, the operational heart of Solution 9. From Resolution, we oversee the running of the district and provide essential services to citizens, such as welfare support and job introductions. It's quicker to show than tell, so let's proceed inside.
Strange contraptions everywhere you look. What's that?
An infusion station. It dispenses souls in exchange for credits. Through hard work, citizens can obtain the peace of mind provided by spare souls. It's the way of life for Alexandrians, and has been for quite some time. But I imagine it must be difficult for outsiders to comprehend.
That's putting it lightly. To be honest, it sounds disturbing. Still, I won't dismiss it out of hand. Practices like these don't arise from nothing. There's a reason why your culture is the way it is, and I'd like to understand. Won't you tell us some of your realm's history?
With knowledge comes appreciation.
Very well. Be warned, though, that it may take a while. In the distant past, over 1,000 years ago, it's said, lightning energy began to swell in our world. According to ancient records that date back around 8 centuries, the rainy season spanned a quarter of the year, during which time severe thunderstorms ravaged the land. 4 centuries later, this season had lengthened to nearly half the year. The trend continued, with our ancestors spending longer and longer languishing beneath storm clouds. Crops failed and livestock starved. But amidst this growing desperation, a miraculous material was discovered that promised salvation: electrope.
The stuff that's used everywhere here.
Indeed. One day, when out inspecting a forest after lightning had caused a fire, a villager came upon a curious black ore none had seen before. Testing revealed that the ore possessed a singular property. It could store lightning and convert it to other energies. In that instant, the scourge of endless storms became a blessing. Dubbed electrope, the ore found use in myriad inventions and dramatically improved people's lives. So much so, in fact, that all nations soon became dependent upon it, despite the difficulty of obtaining it in quantity. Supply was chronically scarce, and when nations couldn't meet their needs with their own deposits, some resorted to taking electrope from others.
Yep.
Fighting was isolated and sporadic until electrope came to be used in warfare. First in the weaponry of invaders, then in the countermeasures of defenders, and then in every aspect of combat where an advantage might be had. This served only to exacerbate the ore shortage, leading to further escalation. Before long, the entire world was engulfed in a terrible war known as the Storm Surge. As the war came to a head, Alexandria's neighbor, Lindblum, committed its stores of electrope to the production of a weapon of mass destruction. They deployed it on the front lines and triggered a calamity of frightful magnitude. Not even their own scientists had anticipated the force of the lightning that was unleashed. The energy inundated the entire continent, laying it to waste.
And thus the calamity of lightning.
So that's how your world came to be this way.
Wait a minute. If the calamity of lightning happened, then why hasn't there been a rejoin? Shouldn't there have been a rejoining for that one? Maybe they weren't successful.
You truly know a great many things that I don't. I should like to learn about you too sometime.
Sure.
But to continue the tale, the people of Alexandria had already lost much to the war. They lost almost everything else to the Levin. Those who survived bore deep scars, tormented by the memory of
I really want to know
loved
what
ones taken too
is written on
soon.
her dress, but I also don't want
Though
to
they
find
yet
spoilers.
lived, the cruel spectre of death was with them always. Seeking a solution, our scientists turned once more to electrope, and after extensive research, they developed the means to preserve memory and soul.
And implanted in this robot body that I have.
Isn't the end. So long as our memories endure, we may live on. This belief sustained us then, and it sustains us now, granting us comfort.
That's quite a tale.
Wait, are they all robots?
Your Majesty, help me! I beg you, help me!
What's the matter?
I've got no souls left. Not a single one! But the lot at Soul Supply refused to give me any! Please, you must do something!
My apologies, Your Majesty. This man, he does no work. Instead, he drinks his days away on Trueview. He has only himself to blame if he has no credits for souls.
That's not true! I'm a fighter at the Arcadian. Or rather, I was. I haven't been allowed to fight because of the King's decree. It isn't my choice.
I see. You're a brave warrior of the arena. I want to help you, I sincerely do. But I cannot give you preferential treatment.
Then open up the Arcadian again, so I can fight!
I'm sorry, but that's not my decision to make. The king requires feral souls for war. He doesn't wish for them to be expended on amusements.
You're useless! A queen in naught but name!
Wow. Harsh, dude.
Insolent wretch! How dare you take that tone with Her Majesty?
It's quite all right. Such things don't bother me, nor do I think ill of this man. Hear me. Though I cannot grant you a soul, I mean it when I say I want you to live. I love all of you equally, dearly. You are as family to me, and it pains me to see you deny yourself hope. I want you to find a happiness all your own, even if you must grow it from the smallest seed of joy. Out there, somewhere, is a reason for you to smile again. We all need to vent our frustrations from time to time. I will always be willing to lend an ear.
Yes, Mum. Of course. Even without a spare soul, I suppose I'm fine as long as I stay in Solution 9. I apologize for my rudeness. Good day to you.
Keep your chin up, my friend. And when you feel better, I'm sure you'll find another way to apply your talents.
If he's a fighter, he could just go be a hunter, right? They need hunters to collect beast souls, right? I mean, that seems like a straightforward way to help him.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Let's keep moving, shall we? Right. I believe we visited all the main facilities. With that, I declare our tour concluded.
That man from before, does that sort of thing happen often?
Somewhat. It's unavoidable. Hardships are a fact of life. Our soul management system has sustained our realm for generations, but it isn't without flaws. For one, people have become accustomed to having spare souls. Without them, they feel vulnerable and anxious. Some claim it may also have contributed to a decline in births.
just thinking out loud, but would it be possible to do away with the system?
No.
I know it isn't easy to change one's beliefs and way of life. The Mamolja had their reasons for their reliance on blessed siblings, much as you have yours for souls. But if we defeated Zorolja, you'd be able to make all the decisions, right? Then we could work together to fix things, restore your realm to where it belongs, and see where we can go from there.
Listen to me. There's something that I need to tell you.
What is it?
Actually, never mind. It's nothing of import. Well, it was lovely showing you around.
Of course. Of course. Thanks so much for the tour. We've learned not only about your realm, but you as well. For now, our priority is Zorolja. But once we've dealt with him, perhaps I can return the favor and show you to Lihiola.
I'd like that very much.
What's the catch? I'm glad Takar seems equally suspicious.
It seems I've no choice but to continue down this path. Forgive me, Val Wuklamat, but I must disappoint you.
What was Sven wanting to tell us, I wonder? Well, it can wait for another time. We've been exploring for a while now and should probably go to Kafkia's meeting point. That'll be back the way we came, I think. Something screwy is going on. Sven genuinely cares for her people. I can respect her for that. And thanks to her tour, I've come to better understand the lives of Alexandrians. They don't feel so strange and distant anymore. So we're supposed to go to a place called True View in the eastern sector. This conveyor ought to take us there. You know, once you get used to it, they're actually kind of fun. Come on, Takar. Recreation zone. This is the right place, you think? I don't see the others, though. Well, rather than sitting and waiting, we might as well explore a bit more. Huh? The car, look over there. It's the child! A Mamulja child? What are they doing here? He's got the blue scales, but he's got the... It's a little Zeralja, I know it. Right? It's gotta be. You noticed too, right? The resemblance to Zeralja. Yeah. Told you. The blue scales of a Bunewa with the features... Oh, jeez. The blue scales of a Bunewa with the features of a Hobigo. This can't be a coincidence. At any rate, it wouldn't do to leave such a small child on their own. Come on, let's go after them. I mean, I guess she's not wrong. Parking garage. Man, look at this place. It's cyberpunk as fuck. Oh, I can't step on the grass. That tome, that wouldn't happen to be a sightseeing log, would it? It sure is. Millith. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a good long time. And dearest Elsby. She's my twin sister, you see, and I haven't seen her for 30 long years. Not since I was trapped during my exploration of Yasalani. It brings me great joy to know she is well. Pardon me for asking, but might I see the notes she added to your log? Yep, this is just updating my sightseeing log. Doo-doo-doo. It's the big CPU fan. Or GPU fan? So, this is True View. I'm not sure what I'm looking at, but it does seem lively. That's the Arcadian. That building is just about the only one that isn't lit up. Not open for business at the moment, I guess. Ah! Oh, come on. I didn't see you there. Listen, we don't mean you any harm. We just want to talk. It's a bit odd, don't you think? They run off when we approach, only to suddenly reappear. Could it be they want to take us somewhere? Yes. Yes, it could be that. Is that the way of it? You want us to follow you? So it is. Alright then, lead the way. Alright, I don't know why the music got so lively for just that. Once you choose to depart, Wickelmot will accompany you. The blue scale, yeah, make your way. Yeah. Yep. Just gonna go tag this Aetheryte real quick. Wow, what a place. Is that a bar? I can't quite tell. That looks like a fortune teller. The eye iconography, the card. Can we go inside? We can. Huh. Well, we'll go with the Hubigo for now. Recycling bins and stuff. What are we doing here? Is this where you wanted to bring us? What is this place? If you're meant to relax here, it isn't working for me. Hey, what's your name? No. His name is No. So you're still not inclined to talk. He'll only talk if he's completely comfortable with you. You know him? After a fashion. But never mind that. How about something to wet your whistle? Adorable as you are, it's on the house. I can recommend our special, Her Majesty. I'll prepare one without liquor too, for the boy too. Thanks, but no thanks. We're supposed to meet a friend named Kafkira. But we ran into the child on the way and he led us here. Oh, so you're with Kafkira. In that case, go and have a chat with Big Tassos there. He'll show you to a fun place. What about him? I don't think he's in the mood to talk, so he can tend the bar with me. This is taking a turn for the strange. But you don't think we're walking into a trap, do you? It could be. Damned if this doesn't have suspicious written all over it. Do they know about the... I mean, this could just be Kafkia's place. What is this fun place meant to be? Is Kafkia there? Only one way to find out. Insufficient armory space again. Hmm? This is just a recolor of the Skaven gear. But I guess you can dye it. So that's an improvement. The purple bits stay purple though. Alright. This area is normally off limits, but Kafkiwa told us about you. I have made it. Just follow the corridor and head into the room at the end. Let's go, Takar. Whatever happens, you won't catch me being surprised. Yep.
Wonderful. They're here.
Oh, good. I don't have to do voices.
We've only just arrived ourselves.
Amazing.
A 3D printer?
I bid you welcome to the back room. Oblivion's humble headquarters.
A hideout tucked behind a drinking hole. Brings back memories, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Just like in Mordona.
Mainly creators and adapters. That is, scientists and engineers who specialize in electro. They use their skills to provide support to our field operatives. Geralt, Shale, be so kind as to give our friends an overview of your...
Geralt? Well, 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 look who it is. I guess he's gonna help us make our legendary weapons.
All this provisioning. Gotta have supplies to fight the good fight, ain't ya? Luckily we got the tools to craft most of what we need.
Mm-hmm.
Gathering intelligence is another vital aspect of our work. Everkeep's core system is a veritable treasure trove of information. You just need to know how to get in and find it. We also handle surveillance and communications, watching the enemy's movements and coordinating our own, that sort of thing.
And among all our activities, we spend a fair bit of effort investigating preservation. The organization credited with laying the foundations of electrope technology. From the soul management system to Everkeep's design, they're behind just about everything you see here. It'd be no exaggeration to say they made this realm what it is.
So Asians.
But their magnum opus was without a doubt the power which was used to join Alexandria to Tural. Interdimensional fusion.
Said power isn't unlike my summoning technique and the magic within Azam's crystal.
Oh yeah.
Yet, though the effect is localized, to be able to fuse realities. Even with my knowledge, I struggle to conceive how it could be possible.
Incidentally, the founders of our group, a husband and wife, were members of preservation at one point. That they opposed the fusing of worlds, and so defected in order to prevent it.
Yeah, how did that go?
While not entirely unexpected, given what we have seen, this is still quite the revelation.
By the by, that's an interesting earring you have there. A novel way of carrying a data storage device. Oh, you didn't know?
How did you know?
As a precautionary measure against machine infiltration, we scan everyone as they enter. And when we scanned you, we detected a small quantity of electrope.
Oh, the
Though
earring
to be
has
dressed up,
secrets.
That earring is a storage device and no mistake. Bought it from a shop here, did you?
No, it isn't bought, but inherited.
You see, my grandfather is Galuf
So
Baldesian,
these
etc.,
people
etc.
sent you through the portal along with the earring.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know aught of them?
Listen, Cryo. The husband and wife who founded our order. It's believed that they were Malala. Though we have no evidence at present, we can't rule out the possibility that they were your parents, or perhaps close relations. This I posit because they were the very individuals who spearheaded the research into interdimensional fusion. As traitors to preservation, they were relentlessly pursued.
Aha.
If they had a child they feared they couldn't keep safe, entrusting her to the people of another world might have been their best option.
My parents. The founders of Oblivion.
Well, there it is.
Tell me everything you know about them, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Anything and everything.
We don't even know their names, I'm afraid. In a bid to elude preservation's agents, we suspect they erased all trace of themselves. I'm sorry we couldn't be of more help. If you're interested, though, you're welcome to review our accumulated data.
Or look at the data on the storage device that she has on her ear.
As an individual and member of my order both, I wish to learn as much as possible.
I should also like to peruse the data. Where the joining of realities is concerned, I may well be of service.
Of course. Feel free to peruse to your heart's content.
Thank you.
Cryle, if your earring is a data storage device,
I can examine your earring.
there it is.
I
There
have
we
to
go.
say, the prospect that it belonged to our founders has me itching to take a look.
They erased all the
I
data
dare
of
say we
themselves,
have
but
enough
come
hours
on.
to pore over your records. Is there any other way we might be productive?
Not right now. We're still waiting for Zoralja to make the next move.
In that case, Alice, would you mind accompanying me?
Gladly.
Ah, I've buggered it up again!
Never a moment's peace. Pay him no mind. I don't.
He's trying to make the artifact gear.
Oi, you two there! One of you give me a hand, would you? Don't matter who.
I just remembered I have matters to discuss with Shay.
Okay. Guess that's me then. When do we meet this world's Rowena? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. We'll have to find out what Geralt wants next time. There's a 3D printer there, and he is a Geralt variant, so I'm sure he's gonna try to help make our artifact weapons at some point in the expansion. Or some such gear. Who knows? Wow. Yeah, this really is just like a purpley recolor of the Skaven gear. Which, I mean, I don't mind.
It's fine. Alright, anyway, that's gonna be it for me. I'll be back, should be back tomorrow. And we'll try to push through more of this. Almost level 100, and who knows how much more of the MSQ I've got to go. We're supposed to be laying low, I guess, until Zoralia makes a move, and who knows how long that'll take. Plus, we gotta find out what's going on with little Zoralia and the queen, who's probably a robot because she doesn't have a favorite food because she doesn't eat food, and she used the electrope to change her appearance. She said as much, right? So she's not what she looks like. She's just not. Maybe she's not a robot, but she's not what she looks like. Alright. Anyway, that'll be it for me, and I will see you all next time. Okay, bye.